You're joining me on the Jenton International stand, and I'm joined now by Richard Little, who's going to give us a whistle-stop tour around some of the products on offer. So first of all, Richard, who are Jenton International?
Right, Jenton International are a machinery supply company. We are, this is our 29th PPMA show, and there have only been 29, so you can tell we're pretty keen. And what we do, we supply equipment into the UK market, a lot of it for food, but some of it we make and some of it we bring in from outside. But behind you here is some of the stuff that we make for the food industry, and this is to do with ultraviolet disinfection.
Okay, let's have a quick look if I can turn around here. So this is all about ultraviolet light. What are some of the uses for ultraviolet light?
Well, what we do, I mean, the general theme of our show, of our stand, is sustainability. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to help reduce waste. We're reducing waste in the packaging, and we're reducing waste in returns to supermarkets and things like that. But in this case, reducing waste by stopping things going bad. Okay? Ultraviolet light at shortwave will break down the DNA in bacteria and thereby stop reproduction and so on. So for disinfection. Now applications for that, it might be in a bakery, for example. We would shine UV lights at the air conditioning coils, and that will reduce the amount of airborne bacteria in the factory, will help stop things going bad. If you're treating, for example, salmon, okay, then you've got a problem because the bacteria comes in with the salmon. So on that situation, for example, we might make a conveyor with UV light shining on it. So when the guys have been cutting the salmon up, spread the bacteria by using the knife, we can then kill it on the side of the salmon on the way through. Okay?
Wow, what a clever solution that is. So, but that's just one of many things, isn't it? So what's this here that we've got?
What this is a banding machine. Now what this does, it uses very little material to wrap something up.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, but the thing is, you can wrap several things at once. In fact, if you can put it in the band, you can put a band around. Now, this is not a new technology. Unlike the UV, it's been around for years. This is the VW Beetle of the banding world, but there are always new applications for it. This guy here, for example, the cheese posties, they bought a machine recently. They are sending cheese sandwiches through the post, so that every day your sandwich arrives in the morning, a different sort of cheese sandwich, and you can make a toasted sandwich.
Fantastic.
So that's just one of many, but there are many applications of things. People use banding for holding things together. They use it for tamper evidence. This is a food-grade machine where you might put a band around spring onions or something like that. The idea is that you'd use as little. I'll put this in as well. And I won't do it because not preset, it's not to run. I'll have to turn it on automatic, not already. But the general gist of it is the same. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to this one. This one's looking quite high-tech over here.
Now this is there's various machines here. This is a sort of machine that you might have a contract packer. So bag sealers. Bag sealers are used. You probably see all over the place pouches and bags where people are using for everything from soups down to sweets or various other bits and pieces. Now in this case here, for example, this is the situation. I'll go and get a product for a sec. Let's say you want to put one of these in a bag, okay?
Okay.
So what you do is you simply get one of these, pop it in there, pull it off, run it through into a sealer. Comes through the other end, and we've got a sealed item.
Nicely sealed. That's fantastic.
There we go. So there's a whole range of those, and what we do, we import the actual bag sealing elements, but then we're an automation company, so we then make the conveyors and we make the fittings and so on, so that people can adapt them to their own products.
Brilliant. So a real kind of one-stop solution for people. Now we're at PPMA show. As you said, you've been here every year, so you guys love it. Why do you love it?
Well, this is where it's the biggest machinery show in the UK for packaging machinery. It has been for a long time. We get to meet people who come along here. It attracts the engineers. It attracts people who've got problems and who really loves talking through the machines. Because the PPMA is now a sufficient size, or it's hit critical mass many years ago. Whatever your packaging issue is, the chances are you can find a solution for it here. And we've gone through the phase when everyone said the internet. You could do everything you liked on the internet. Because you can come along to a show, and you can come along here, and maybe you want one of these, and you didn't know about one of those. You can find out things you didn't know. and because of that, we'll never give up on exhibitions.
Well, thank you so much, Richard, for taking the time out to show us around Jenton International and the fantastic things you have on offer. Do pop down to find out more.